Alright, guys, this is Doc M, and I'm here with my friends of the ZipCrowd server. Hey!
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
hello.
Hello.
And today we also have a guest, Alan. You can check out the video description for a link to his channel. Also,
Woohoo,
active
hi.
Minecrafter, support the community. He also was playing with us and yeah, testing out some stuff about the new mobs, the Guardians. You know us, guys. I mean, when there's a new mob, what is the first thing we think?
How can you farm it?
Bingo.
Exactly.
So we looked into that and really cool. This is not a farm. This is just something we wanted to show you. It's pretty cool. You can create the worlds without ocean water, and then you'll end up with these structures. You cannot call them temple. It's actually a monument. You can see how big it is. And yeah, it's really interesting to see like that, and it's really crazy. The whole thing spawns with the water around it. So looks pretty cool, and also it seems the temples are randomly created out of different structures, right, JL?
That's what you can clearly see here. It's like it's created out of different structures that are all like rectangular shape, and so you can see the different boxes here out of which it consists. And each temple actually has different like rooms in it. So there is sponge rooms in some of the
Yep.
temples, but not in everyone. But in some there are even several. So it's randomized, and if you get lucky, you get way more sponge in one temple than in another one.
Yeah, and also quickly want to mention the Elder Guardians in there. At the moment, as it seems, they don't respawn, which is a bit sad, and I hope that somehow gets changed because that would be cool. Then we could farm Sponge too, and also I would say it would make sense if they respawn. I don't know why they don't respawn because if they are really unique, that Sponge is not a valuable enough drop in my opinion. Because
Definitely not, since there's 10 times the
yeah,
amount of sponge if there's
so
just a single room.
whatever, we will see what they do with that. But yeah, here is a nice temple. Open. Let's quickly go in, and of course, we were looking into what is the actual spawn box or bounding box of this structure. And yeah, I think we can show you that real quick. We figured it out. We quickly looked into the code, and it's actually huge. Let us quickly prepare that for you, and we mark it out a bit, and then we'll be back. Okay, guys, water is gone, and a nice sponge and black wool bounding box is there.
Yeah.
So, what
So
are we looking
within
at?
this box here, the guardians will spawn. So that means that the box itself actually marks out the outside of it. They spawn from the height 39 to the height of 61, and each temple is 57 by 57 meters horizontally. So they're actually squarish, although they barely look like a square, but they are. And yeah. So this gives us a pretty huge area for them to farm, and obviously makes it possible to build a pretty fast mob trap.
Yeah, so there's two approaches to it. We will deliver both. The first approach we're gonna show you today is the all-out go crazy approach, and yeah, we made a setup that can spawn over 100,000 items per hour. And yeah, we want to show that off real quick, so let's jump to the other world and go crazy overboard. OP. Okay, guys, and here we are. Isn't she a beauty? Gigantic farm inside the box we just showed you. And up here we have the spawning cells, and maybe GL you can switch them on. It's an on and off system here. We have dispensers in the ceiling. As mentioned, this thing is totally overkill. And yeah, now you can see the water chambers turning on. It's too wide with downward draft, and you can already see the drops starting here. We only have source blocks in the top, and as mentioned, too wide with downward draft. Only 3 blocks or 4 blocks high, so we kill the mobs more quickly. Because if there would be a high water column, it would take forever for the mobs to sink down. And this way, rather go for more horizontal than vertical. Down here we have the collection system. Maybe JL can say some things about that. You can see it in action here.
Yeah, so you see, hover minecarts collect all the loot that these guardians drop, and you see that's tons of guardians, and therefore we also need a bunch of hover minecarts, 57 in total, and they sweep it all over, collect it all from the glass, and over there are the stations where they drop off their load. So they will just sit here and
There it goes.
and that all the items will get fired out from these droppers here. And you can see we needed a ton of droppers because
Yeah.
it's so many items at the same time, over 100,000 per hour.
Yeah, it's coming in from both sides, as you can see. Another stream from here, all on ice, of course. And here we got a standard item elevator bringing stuff up. And yeah, we got squid here to make sure, the guardians don't track any squid that could spawn up in there. Because that would cause more lag because yeah, AI tracks other mobs and so on. Always a problem, not optimized yet. So that's why we have the squid here. And what happens after that?
Yeah, we have an item sorter, and so items are getting aligned by ender chests. We showed this concept quite a lot already,
Yep.
so that they travel on ice speed next to these hoppers, and each of these hoppers has like the first few ones have prismarine shards, and then we need like 10 parallel sorters for only the prismarine shards because we have so many of them, and one hopper can only process 2.5 items per second.
Yeah.
So we have 25 prismarine shards per second or something. And yeah, the other ones take care of the other drops. That is, let's just check. We get the prismarine crystals, and last but not least, raw fish, of course.
Yeah, let's check down here in the chest. We need to mention, by the way, the awesome showers here. As Gannon remarked, this new blocks kind of looks like in Germany you say Schwimmbad, swimming pool, like this public swimming pool, kind of. It's true, and that's why we have these shower heads, which are really important for the efficiency of this farm, of course.
You saw it here first.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, always have your shower heads. And yeah,
In
here's
this
the
chest
sorting,
here,
right?
there is
Oh yeah.
in these 3 chests, I've put the loot of 3 minutes of running the farm. So within 3 minutes, you already get a double chest of prismarine shards and quite a lot of stacks of the other drops. So 20 double chests of shards per hour. I don't think that anyone needs more than that.
No. Yeah, so you can see the sorting here is happening. Everything is divided, equally on these chests, or kind of equally, depends. Normally the first few chests should catch more. And yeah, back here we have, let me see, this is shards. Where do we have crystals? Here we have crystals, and all the way back here there is the fish. There's also a lot of fish. They have rare drops, we found out, by the way, right? They can also drop the other fish, but you have to kill them by hand, so that's not possible in this design. But yeah, we might show you another one soon. We're working on it to make a really more survival friendly thing. The idea would be to have not so much cave lighting to do or any other trick that makes it easier. But yeah, we're on it. We'll show it to you soon, maybe even tomorrow already. Depends a bit how much time we got to make the video, because the concept is already there. And yeah, I would say that's it. 100,000 items per hour, totally OP farm, typical zip crowd style. And I have to say, this farm is so epic and looks so epic that I'm really tempted, to make one. I mean, it's not undoable in survival. It doesn't need so much resources, right? It's not insane.
It's totally not. And if you do cave lighting, this will probably work just as fine as with this insane perimeter. So
Yeah.
that is actually possible if you have a lot of dedication. And yeah, as mentioned, we probably might build one or show you one that is even easier to build. But yeah, for now, enjoy the beauty of this awesome farm.
Yeah, maybe one thing about the drop height, that might be something we need to mention before we go off, in case you guys want to experiment with dropper designs as well. How is it, Milky? You figure that out for us?
Yeah, they have 15 hearts, so they have to drop 34 blocks to die.
Yep. Make sure to keep that in mind. We see you next time, guys. I'm going to fly away a bit. Look at this beauty of a farm. It really looks amazing how much drops you get, and all fits well together. I hope you enjoyed. See you. We're out. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep.